Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks so much for joining me today in my studio. Last week you had the view of my husband's side of the studio. This week you have my side of the studio as your view. Hopefully I'll be able to keep doing this side as your view because who wants to see my husband's stuff over there, right? So I've got another Project Life / Scrapbook process video for you today. And it's a lot shorter than last week's video by about half, thank goodness, right? Because last week's was maybe a little bit too long for the first week in the new year. I also edited it. I had this problem last week, didn't I? I also edited it a little bit differently this week. So let me know what you think about that down in the comments if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to do that. And just a heads up, there were some, oh, my dog is here. Hey, Holly. Just a heads up, there were some microphone problems that I had during the part that I edited differently. Yeah, I have a few other options as far as microphones go, and I'll give that a try for the next video, but I'm sure we'll figure that part out. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, and let's get to it. All right, so I haven't showed any of my, hold on, let me move my water and coffee over here. Take a sip of my water. I haven't showed any of my completed pages from 2024 yet, except for just the week one over here that I did a process video for. So I'm just going to show you a quick little fit through of what I've done so far in my 2024 album. If you watched my last process video, you saw me try to start this cover page. And in that video, I said that I needed to order some of the just clear transparencies. Turns out I already had some, and I had just forgotten. So anyway, I already had it, and so I didn't even need to order it, and I was able to complete this page. These vellum numbers, these pink vellum numbers, are from the collaboration that Studio Calico did with Heba Alsibai. I hope I say her name correctly. Her YouTube channel is My Little Journal, and she has these beautiful vellum numbers. I kind of want to order another set just because they're pink and they're vellum, which are two of my favorite things right now. And I've always loved vellum, actually. Pink is a new love for me. But yeah, they did a collaboration for her Me, Myself, and I project that she does every year. And I had trouble figuring out how I was going to adhere the vellum pieces to the clear transparency. So actually what I did was I sewed the numbers onto a clear transparency. And then I got fingerprints all over that transparency, and it was really bothering me. So I was trying to wipe them off, and I had cleaner on the paper towel that I was trying to wipe it off with. And it actually ruined the transparency. It caused like a weird film on there. It was kind of strange because this is printable transparency. So what I had to do was I cut it out. I don't know if you could see that, but I actually just cut a strip right along where my stitch lines right here. And then I used glossy accents to adhere that onto another transparency. So, and then I just put the glue along the stitch lines, and you really can't see it, which is really pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I can't even see it. So anyway, and then I took this from, I can't remember the name of the shop that does these acrylics, but I will look it up and put it on the screen and also link it down below. Anyway, that was a long-winded explanation for this opening page. And then I got that picture and the picture of just my kiddos. And then this is a journal card that comes in the Allie Edwards February Stories by the Month kit. And it came as a little 4x6. And it actually came with a black background and white lettering. And I have the digital kit also. And I just inversed the colors. I love Elton John. So the fact that there was a journal card with lyrics from one of his songs and one of my favorite songs is like, it just spoke to me. I had to include that. And then I just stuck a little heart puffy sticker right there, trying to get the fur off. And then this is a layout I did of a day that we spent with my parents. We just went over to their house. We brought a board game with us and we played a game with them. My dad has dementia. He's in the middle of being diagnosed with, it's either dementia or Alzheimer's, something like that. So he had a harder time playing the game, and we kind of had to walk him through it all. But I really love that I'm starting to get more pictures of my parents and include them in my albums. I love that. Oh, and I kind of used a mix of some different story kits. I think I used the Happy Story Kit and the EXO Story Kit. And then this little frame and heart right here is from the Studio Calico release. But anyway, yeah, if you have any questions about that type of stuff, just ask me down below if I forget to mention it, and I'll try to find out where I got whatever it is that you're looking for answers to. So I don't think I'm making sense. Anyway, and then you saw me put this together. So now I'm working on the back of this page right here, which I think I'm gonna do this. I kind of planned all my pictures ahead of time this time, except for this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it in here or if I want it to be a full page and then put a journal card in here. So I'm not sure about that one yet, but these are going to be 5x8s outside of the page protector. And yeah, that is that. So now I'm probably just gonna speed the video up while I work on this. Hey guys, Editing Kimmy here. This week I thought I would do something a little bit different and do a voiceover during the sped up portion of this video instead of doing music. If you prefer the music, or a combination of music and voiceover, or the voiceover, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to keep doing that. Right now I'm going through the XO Story Kit from Ali Edwards. It was released in February of 2023. I always love her February kits. The patterns and the colors and everything she chooses to use in February, I'm just always really drawn to, and I end up getting the physical kit and the digital kit and everything I can that goes with it, all the add-ons and everything. And now I'm going through the February 2024 Stories by the Month kit. And kind of same deal here, but I'm going through all the cards and the embellishments and trying to figure out if there's anything that I want to use on these two photos. So these two photos are not so much Project Life-y. The way I'm putting them together, it's going to be more like scrapbook layout. And just like the layout I showed you earlier of when we were playing a board game with my parents, it's going to be, you know, the same style. It's not really Project Life and pockets and everything like that. They're bigger stories in and of themselves, in a way. If I weren't doing like the Project Life project this year, these are the type of stories I would just add into a regular scrapbook album. So for this photo, I chose the Just This speech bubble. And since it's a dark speech bubble that's going on top of a black and white photo, I decided I want to go with a subtle print patterned paper to back it with. And it kind of helps it pop out a little bit from the photo instead of just kind of blending in there. And I really love layers, and I really love clusters, so I'm just looking for other things to cluster with that speech bubble. I end up also going with one of those pieces from that My Mind's Eye button pack there that you see. It is a pretty old pack. Obviously, I don't even know if My Mind's Eye is around anymore. I've been collecting scrapbook supplies for a really, really long time. And I decide to use some embroidery floss to stitch through that little chipboard piece to add some more texture and dimension. And then I just use a piece of red line tape. Oh no, wait. I think I just use a piece of washi to tape down the embroidery floss. And then I stick it on there with some glossy accents glue. But I'm edging the edges of the embellishments that I'm putting on there. I used to always edge all the embellishments with Distress ink from Tim Holtz and Ranger. All of my layouts used to get that treatment. Not so much anymore. I still like to do it once in a while, but sometimes I feel like it doesn't need it. But in this case, I feel like it does. I'm not using pop dots, and the layers are kind of flat looking, and when I ink the edges, it kind of adds a little bit more dimension. And I finish it off with that little puffy heart, and I go through some of the phrase stickers, but I don't end up using any of those. You'll see that a lot in this video. I'm always going through that stack of phrase stickers and end up not using them. In this photo of the dogs, that on the top of the photo there is our golden retriever. Both of them are golden retrievers. The top one is named Spud, and the one looking up at the camera, that's Holly. And we rescued them about 2 summers ago, about a year and a half ago. As of this filming, it was in July of 2022. And when we got them, Spud didn't know how to play with toys. Apparently their previous owners never played with any toys with him, so he had no idea what a toy was. And Holly loves them. Unfortunately she'll tear them up and de-stuff them, and you know, she does all the things that dogs do. But I let her do it because it's also working her brain. So anyhow, yeah, he was playing with a toy there, and I wanted to get a photo of that. But as soon as I went to go take the photo, he decided he wasn't going to play with the toy anymore. It's like, nope, Mom, you missed it. And so those felt flowers that I'm using on the photo are probably 15 or more years old. They were around when Prima flowers were a big thing. Do you guys remember Prima flowers? Gosh, I'm kind of aging myself here, aren't I? Anyway, I messed up putting that flag down on the photo. I don't know how I messed up. I can't remember anymore. I tried to use my heat gun to release the adhesive, but it didn't really work out, so I had to reprint the photo. And it didn't reprint it as sepia toned as the previous photo. I couldn't manage to get it that same color tone. I really liked it. I think I printed it out like 3 or 4 times before I just gave up on it. And I also tried to use the glossy accents to glue all those flower pieces together, but it didn't work out, so I just ended up using embroidery floss again. And yeah, glossy accents I guess doesn't really work well to glue fabric pieces together, but to glue the fabric down to paper it works just fine. So those flowers are nice and they're stuck on there. They're not coming off. And then I use a little pin, a little bird pin. That was really cute. Pink, of course. And going through some of my word phrase stickers again, and I end up landing on some enamel dots. I just kind of scatter around there. Look like little bubbles. I love enamel dots. Again, those are probably something that I think those are around still. Yeah, I'm not totally like losing it. I think I have seen those in some kits still. They're not completely out of style, I should say. So now I'm just trimming up the edges and on to the next group of photos. So this is my son at a hobby store. And I really actually go through my embellishments quite a bit, looking for different things to go on the photo, but I think I decide that the photo is just way too busy to put much of anything on there at all. And I finally end up using a word phrase sticker, and I keep it really simple. And I just kind of stick the word phrase sticker right there in the middle, and then I put a little star right above it. But yeah, that photo is just way too busy to add much else to it. And that's fine. I like keeping things really simple too. Plus, I have so many word phrase stickers that it's good that I use them up. Those puffy stars and puffy hearts that you see me using are all from previous Ali Edwards releases. And this is a photo of my husband. We were just out to a restaurant with family. And again, I'm going through all my embellishments. Nothing seems to work, so I go pretty simple right there again. And then stick them back to back, trim the edges, poke some holes, and we're good to go on that. Clean up a little bit. Oh, and here I go. I'm stamping the dates on them, and at first I thought I was going to use that white stays on ink on that black and white photo, and then I'm like, well, where would white work? It just didn't, so I use black ink on it all. And then I use a little mini fan to make sure that the ink is nice and dry before I try to put those photos into the album. And for this photo, my camera actually ran out of battery and I didn't realize it, but it's kind of a good thing because it takes me a really long time to do the little label that I did on this photo. So I do put a word phrase sticker on there, and then I put one of those puffy, what are they called, starbursts, puffy stickers on there. And then I try to do a little bit of journaling on a label sticker stuck to the top edge. And it takes me a really, really long time to do that piece. I think I went through like 10 labels, label stickers, trying to get it just right, try to align it right, have my writing not look sloppy, placing the sticker right in the center and not crooked, and just all that. And yeah, I kept messing it up. But so I'm kind of glad that my camera cut out and you didn't get to see me struggling there, because it was a long time and a lot of labels. I probably would have gotten yelled at by a few of you saying, "Why are you wasting all those labels?" But yeah, those cookies, that picture of those cookies, my son made them for us, and they're gingerbread cookies, and they're not the typical gingerbread that's like you make for gingerbread houses and things. They're really chewy and so good. I should put the recipe in my project life. That'd be fun. So now I'm just writing journals for those two photos, journaling for those two photos that are facing each other. And I love drawing lines under my journaling. It doesn't feel complete unless those lines are drawn. I don't know. I guess that's just the way my brain works. I have to have those lines to finish it off. And then I end up looking for some embellishments to go along the bottoms of those cards. I look through my stamps, try to figure out stuff. And I think I do settle on a couple stamps for the pink one, and then a word strip for the blue one. And after I put the pink word strip on the blue card, I kind of regret it. Oh, there's my cat. Oh, she ends up drooling all over my stuff right there. She's crazy. Anyway, I kind of regret putting the pink strip on the blue card, and I was like, oh, I should have put the pink strip on the pink card, but it was done. It was stuck. I didn't want to ruin it like I ruined that other photo earlier. But yeah, that wraps it up. I got all the photos in there. That's a photo of the Crumble cookies box. That's not a real piece of the Crumble's cookie box, because the boxes are huge. But that's it. I love how handmade looking that photo of the dogs ended up being, with all the little felt flowers and things and hand stitched pieces. But yeah, that's it. Thanks so much, you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them down below and I'll do the best I can to answer them. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.